Yo, cat, what up? It's me, Cute Fuzzy Weasel. Here's what we're gonna do. I've got some of that science back from the Bill and Ted, which was excellent. And we're gonna allocate some of these science points. I really want to get the Clampatron docking port. And I also want advanced fuel systems, but I think just like any fuel system will do. Thing is, right now I can get all of it. And advanced flight control. So I can actually get, like, this. I can get this. I think I can get this, too. So, let's get this. And let's get this, because those two are, like, the most thing, and then I gotta stop drinking when I play this game. Plus, I drink weird. Right. So, I guess I have an option, because I kind of like... The Bill and Ted is a really solid design. And I feel like sending another Bill and Ted out specifically to the inner solar system so we can do a flyby of Eve and a flyby of Moho might be... I feel like that might be a solid idea. I don't know. Let me take a look at the design real quick. There's got to be... I feel like there's a couple of different ways we might be able to improve it. And definitely... Like, let's bring it out here. Bill and Ted. I mean, it did good work, though. Oh my god. Right, the Bill and Ted is this towering behemoth of evil. Aye, people, guys, friends, comrades. We must add more science to make better rockets. Although, we've got some big, thicker parts here. We might, you know, we might make the R3. I've got a lot of options. I don't normally have a lot of options. And I've had a long couple of days. Let's see. I forget, does the Bill and Ted have a materials thing? It does not. You know what? Why fuck with the design? Let's just launch another Bill and Ted. Send it to the inner solar system, since we know that Bill and Ted 1, we're going to call that Bill and Ted 1, probably isn't going to be able to get around Eve. So instead, we'll send Bill and Ted 2 to Eve, and then from Eve, it'll go to Moho. So we'll do that. Let me just real quick change its name. Yeah, come on, there we go. And I can't do anything. And I can't do anything. Come on. Let me touch something there. Alright, rename vessel Bill and Ted 2. And it's probe, cat. You're gonna eat your face. I'm gonna go to no. Bye. Launch this son of a bitch. Boom! And since we all know that a Bill and Ted can make it into orbit, I'm gonna skip ahead to that. Yeah. Yeah, it's leaning quite a bit, isn't it? That ain't good. I think it needs to stop leaning. I can't remember if we had this problem last time. Where the rocket just kind of goes off in some random fucking direction. I don't think we had this problem. But it might be the ascent path. Let me take a look. There you go. At least those things will land in the ocean and die. Well, let's take a look. Yeah, it's not exactly the best follow thing, is it? Still, I mean, it's not terrible. We are hitting the atmosphere at an angle where we could easily burn up. That's also not good. Still, it could be worse. Okay, we made an orbit. We made the orbit. So, good. We made the orbit. Now, since our stated goal is Venus, I mean Eve, we want to go to Eve. Yeah, we want to go to Eve. And then we'll do a planar change to go to Moho. So we're going to set that as target. And there's like a function on MechJeb that I've always wanted to try. Let's see. Set car must be in the same sphere of influence. Right. Well, let me try something. So I wanna try and get to Eve on a single burn. Now, right now the planets are not in really the best position for that. But let's take a look. Let's take a look. So we can get out of Kerbin's sphere of influence brute force like this. And that does that. Of course, we could burn retrograde and try to do it this way. Like, eventually we will... Jesus, come on. What's the deal? Alright, so eventually we go out. And that actually gets us out of here. Oh. Well. So we've still got the problem of, like, where these planets actually are in relation to each other. Yeah, I'm not so much thinking we're gonna be able to do this in one go. That sucks. Oh well. I mean, that's fine. We can. It's way more fuel efficient to just use the moon's gravity to, you know, punt us out of Kerbal's sphere of influence like this. That's way more fuel efficient than you know, trying to fucking go retrograde the whole way. I just would have liked it if I could do it all in one shot, but I'm also not willing to wait around for a year before my launch. You know, that's why I tend to over-engineer my rockets, because there are a lot of people who play Kerbal Space Program who are much more technically minded than me, who have the ability and the patience to, like, okay, we'll wait on the launch pad for a year, so the planet, or like 5 years, so the planets are in good alignment, and then we can just launch it off the ground and in one thrust get us all the way. Fuck that. I don't like doing that. I like putting enough fuel on something to just get to where I need to go forever. So I will skip ahead to when I'm in solar orbit and figure out when the burn to get to Eve is. And if it's not too far off, then we'll do that. Alright, so we got into solar orbit, and we're going to fine-tune an approach here. That looks like it will be in 202 days. That's not too bad. But we're still kind of... You know, we're still coming in a little bit steep here. But then again, let's see. The encounter is 304 days, and the escape is 386 days. So 2 days. Yeah, I might be able to swing that. Okay. Okay, so we'll do that. Right. Alright. And... Right, of course. You know what? I think the extra maneuverability is worth sacrificing the 18.39 fuel. So we'll do that, yeah. Boom. And boom. And now we can move just slightly faster. Of course, we did leave some garbage in space again. Speaking of which, what's our garbage in space count? Oh, it's terrible. There's that. There's that. There's that. The art. There's some R2-1 debris in orbit around the sun. Oh, you know what that is? That's the thing. That I know what that is. I know what that is. Okay. Look at it. God, that's... It's cool, but at the same time, it's kind of spooky the way it is. Just hanging out there. Like, half of those are just pieces of fairing. Actually, most of that is pieces of fairing, and then there's one drive section. We'll turn that off. We're getting up to the node. If I'm reading the maneuver thing correctly, which you can't obviously see, it looks like we only have... Looks like we should be able to do that with what we've got on hand. You know, this. That should be enough. That should be enough to carry us. And if not, then we have this section, which is designed to be like the primary drive section. So, okay. Alright. And I want to try and... It would be awesome if I could get in orbit. Like, if I could get, like, a real close approach to Eve, then shoot us out, match planes with Moho, and then get a flyby or an orbit of Moho. And if I have to retire the spacecraft in orbit around Moho, that's cool. But if I can get away with getting closer to the sun instead, that'd be cool. Like, that'd be really cool. And, you know, if Bill and Ted 2 ends up getting destroyed by the sun, then, we'll still be okay. I mean, who likes the second movie anyway? I know, I don't. It's not true. It's actually my favorite movie of the Bill and Ted series, of which there's going to be a third one, where, I think Ted is like in a trailer and Bill is a cyborg ghost, I think. Okay, so in the end we actually did have to lose the drive, that secondary drive section, but we are going to make that approach. We're going to make it right there. So, cool. And that's in 317 days. We should... Yeah, Bill and Ted 1 has like 4 years to get to Joel, so let's alright, we're good. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. We'll strike out over here and very, 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 very slowly we'll work our way around. There's some Bill and Ted. I'm just watching. I don't know, there's something so cool about debris and Kerbal Space Program, because it is kind of like a history of your exploration. It's like a history of what you've done that's just out there. And I don't know, it's just cool to me. But we're gonna be hitting Eve pretty soon. That looks like it might even be a close approach. I don't think we can see Eve yet, though, so let's take a look. Let's keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Boom! Holy shit, that's like a crash. Alright, we don't want to crash into Eve. So let's push it out a little bit. That's That's decently close right there. I wanna get close enough to where I can get some, like, in low Eve orbit, but at the same time I don't want to burn up. 120. 120 ought to do it. Should do it. And look, you can even see Eve. Right there. Well, okay, well, you take my word for it. It's right there. There's like a little circle, and maybe I can... Alright, there's not a whole lot I can do, but... So I can even start getting the science. Like, I can log the radio stuff, and I can, like, do the thing. I can at least send this out, yeah. Wait for the time to stop accelerating. Okay, 24 science is good. 24 science is excellent. Collect solar particles, observe the goo. 14 science is good. 7 science is pathetic. Log some visual data. 21 science, there we go. Oh yeah, log the magnetometer stuff. Should have a temperature thing around here too. 17. Where is the temperature? There it is. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's cold, but, you know, whatever. So, alright, we've done some science. Now let's take a look at how close we can get to Eve before bad shit starts to happen. Again, I didn't really intend for Bill and Ted 2 to have... Oh, you can even see it. You can see it pretty clear right there. In fact, I think this is actually the first time in this series that we're going to get really close to a planet that's not Kerbal and also not a moon. So yeah, here we go. This is Eve. Yeah. We're going to get really damn close. Hopefully not disastrously close, because that would be very bad. There we go. Yeah, collect some solar particles from the space near Eve. And we can log some goo. For 14. God, this is so pathetic. What about visual? 29. That's good. 29 is good. Pressure. 29, good. Radio waves, 44. Fucking cool. No comm devices. Oh shit. Am I... Yeah, I'm probably blocked. So we're gonna have to wait to transmit some of this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait to transmit. That's okay. Log temperature. Alright, okay, and then we'll just wait. But look at that. We fucking made it to another planet. That's really cool. I mean, it was a very close approach, but we've got enough fuel in this thing that if we wanted to orbit that planet forever, we could do it. Alright, so now we've got control back, so now we can, like, send this data out, like, start doing this thing, start sending out data, review initial data, send out some data. Gotta watch that battery, though. We'll just wait for that battery to back up. There we go. Review data, send data. Review data, send the data. And review data, send data. So we've just sent quite a bit of data. Good for data. Oh yeah, this, send this. That's even more data. And this. No, wait, we already sent that. Okay, good. Good. So, now that we've done that, and we're flying out of Eve's sphere of influence, and we are now around the sun, how do we get to Moho, if Moho's our target? We could try matching inclinations with Moho, and that actually gets us almost a encounter, kind of, sort of. I don't know. What would... Let's see what the computer comes up with. Okay, so the computer comes up with something I can't do. I can't do that. But what if I matched the inclination, like match the planes with the target? So what if I create that node in 20 days? All right. Once I do that, then at least I'm not fighting with, you know, I'm not fighting with different inclinations, and I can do a match with the I have the fuel to do that. So we'll do that. Eventually. All right, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I really want to hit Eve, and I really want to hit Moho, because that'll be a real testament to how far we've really come, considering that we started off this series playing around with stacking solid fuel boosters on top of each other to see if they can burn through things. So it'll be a good... It'll be a testament to the program. It will be a good testament to the program. It will let the people know of the glories of our scientific abilities. Yes. So that burn is going to be in 1 minute and 46 seconds. Okay, well that didn't really work. The hell? Let's see if I can maybe get... Oh, right, I was just matching planes. So now I have the really hard work of, like, trying to... Hang on. Alright, so now that we've matched planes with the target, we can try to hopefully get an intercept somewhere. Hopefully. Somewhere. If we could get like an intercept would be really fantastic. And like really, come on. And there we go. In 6 days, we'll have a very, very, very brief intercept of like 20 seconds. And we'll have the delta V to extend that to to a minute. So let's execute that node. And yeah. Let's execute that node. It's actually not as bad as it sounds. I should be able to make that. Should be. God, I've only been in space 417 days. Where's the other... Okay, so Bill and Ted is actually gonna... Now, Bill and Ted's Joel encounter's like right here, I think. So we've got a little bit. We've got a little bit. Alright, so now... That should activate, and then we're going to burn through this entire section, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Though I like how we're already so close to the sun that it is noticeably bigger than what it is in Kerbal orbit. But yeah, we'll burn through all this, which unfortunately means we're losing the solar particle collector and the observer telescope and the remaining goo containers. Shit happens. But we have all the the heavy hitting science on this part. Unfortunately, the other maneuver node is gonna burn through the majority of the fuel on this thing. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of Delta V we're going to have when we hit the um, Moho encounter in 43 days. Though I do know that we should still be good on the Bill and Ted when it comes to the Joel. We should still be good. But yeah, we're gonna lose fuel in this thing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we are out. All right, switching over to these. Boom. And now it's just watching these things and hoping that they don't burn out. Okay, we all right, that kind of does it. That kind of does it. That sort of does it. Let me fine tune it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, hit that like teeny nothing burn. Yeah, teeny nothing burn there. And after that, we're gonna warp. After that burn, we're gonna warp to here. And we will try and finagle our way into an orbit. You know, just try and finagle our way into an orbit. Alright, so go around. And wow, we are getting close to the sun. In fact, we're getting so close to the sun, I'm kind of wondering if... Can any of our science count? No, it's still considered high over the sun. But look at the size of the sun. When we do the flyby, after we do the flyby of Moho, let's just see how close we can get to the sun before dying. Because, you know, that's how fun works. I'm also seeing that this is about the limit of my current communications technology. That right there. Okay, we're getting closer. Getting closer. We're gonna... God, we're literally gonna zoom right past Moho. Yeah, the encounter is in 1 hour, and then the exit is... Yeah, it's about... that really is about 15 minutes. I don't know how close I'm gonna get. But hey, this is pretty exciting. 2 planets in 1 mission. Let's see if we can... Can we coax it to get a little closer? Nope. About the closest we can get. That's it, really? Yeah. Yeah, closest we're gonna get is right there. And we are now officially about the closest. So we can probably see it. So yeah. There's Moho. Hey. And maybe, yeah, I can't. But yeah, that's Moho. That's the closest planet to the sun. Let's get some science. Let's get some... yeah, so Moho doesn't have a... doesn't have a magnetosphere, obviously. Yeah, there's no atmosphere on Moho either. No shock there. No pressure in space. Never would have guessed. It's hot. It's fucking hot. But it's also cold at the same time. So it's like hell. This place is like hell. I can dig it. And that's it. But hey, that was a lot of science. And as we leave Moho's sphere of influence, never to look upon its like again, we will now initiate the tertiary mission objective to just see how close we can get to the sun before we die. Or before we run out of fuel. And it looks like we can get pretty goddamn close. Probably not close enough to really get any meaningful, like, probably not close enough to get, like, you know, any science from near the sun, or any science that is considered near to the sun. But, you know, it's worth trying. And we've still got a little bit before Bill and Ted make their rendezvous with Joel. Though, knowing what I know now, I suspect Bill and Ted is no longer within comms range. So a lot of Bill and Ted is going to have to be, like, get all the science done in Joel's orbit and then get within range of Kerbal to broadcast. Or remain in orbit around Joel. That's a possibility, too. Again, these are very, very early space missions. There's not a real high margin of success with them. And honestly, with what we've had, we are incredibly fortunate because the actual first, like, deep space missions were not this successful. So we'll see how close we can get with that. And I'm actually kind of curious, too, where the debris is. So we've got, yeah, that's there. That's there. That's there. Just clouds of debris. Just clouds and clouds of debris. It's a good feeling. And now we're out of fuel, so skip to let's just go see how. I mean, we should at least get something. I mean, we're getting really fucking close. This cannot be high over the sun anymore. Like, look, we're like overheating and shit. I mean, look at that. Yeah, we've got to be close enough to get some. No, it's still. Well, shit, that's as good as it's gonna get. I don't. Still, though, I mean, we've gotten a whole heaping helping of science. Like, definitely. And even though we didn't get, like, you know, close to the sun, I mean, we're still close to the sun. I'm gonna make, in the future, I'm gonna make a probe that's just dedicated to getting, like, a helioscopy, or helio probe, but a sun probe. Make me a sun probe. And now, before we close the episode, I just want to switch to the Bill and Ted 1 and just see where we're at with that, just to make sure. Yeah, we are out of range of pretty much everything. And our encounter with Joel is still still 2 years out. Like, the encounter with Joel is still 2 years out. So, we've got time. So, tune in next time, and we'll build, probably going to build the R3. Probably.